Okay, gang, well, exciting times, whether we're talking about the markets or we're talking about our baby little girl coming here, which we just got the official word here a few minutes ago that the final test that we just had that we're going to determine whether it's going to be tomorrow or Monday just came in a few minutes ago, and we are in good shape. Sarah's blood work calmed down a little bit, so we're actually going to go ahead and do this on Monday. It's still early because baby was what they call frank breech birth. She's all twisted up there, but that's okay. Everybody, we're going to make sure it's safe and sound. So Monday's going to be the day. So I'm looking forward to trying to get one more set of videos in. I'm going to try to be part of this fundraiser here this Saturday, and then I'm going to disappear and go spend some time with my family here on Monday and that. So Ryan will take good care of you guys with videos and stuff later in the week. Monday night, though, as the team is celebrating and everything else, we probably will have some pre-selected videos that I want you guys to watch from the Trade Like Professional series video from Monday evening, and then Ryan will pick it up from there the remainder of the week. So as we go ahead and take a look here tonight, it's important to understand that everything we talked about here just continued to happen again from our nightly analysis. And gang, it's just awesome, you know, that you can kind of take a look, really hold a lot of value to what we say each day. You know, even if you're just here on these free videos, let alone what we do, of course, in the live trading room. So as we go ahead and we look, first things first, look at the euro. The euro stayed right there as an inside day within those ranges that we had previously talked about, which is right over here and right over here, and we're just kind of coiling up there. So today was an inside day. So we're looking for a movement out of that range to the downside for a short, or back up above here for a long side trade. Even though we're going to be fighting into the downtrending resistance here, if it breaks back above there, there's a good chance that it could keep on going. So we're going to be watching for that. And the reason why that's so important is because we take a look at like crude oil. I told you, you know, with crude oil, we're looking at those breakout, breakdown areas, and boy, well, look what happened. As soon as we got down below my 96.50, just look out below. And you know, we had talked about that. In fact, let's just go ahead and make that a 2-minute chart here in the middle of the day. You'll notice that when we got through that 96.50 area here, we just came crushing down. You'll recognize here we had one of my sell side trading signals here, which is my inventory retracement bar, and it was also a momentum shift breakdown, and this thing went ahead and came crushing down about 50 ticks in a matter of minutes there. It was actually even quicker than that. It was a really nice quick drop, and then as we progressed on, it continued on into the day. So it's really great that you know, the things that we talked about there in these videos for you guys last night really came to fruition there, watching those key levels. So watch the euro for its key levels as well. Now as we talk about the gold, same thing with the gold. We've talked about the key resistance above us, and look what happened. Same thing today, gang. If you went ahead and jumped into gold real early this morning when it had a spike, you would have been crushed again. This area, go back and watch the videos that I shared with you earlier in the week, but it's so important to see how important these resistance bands were earlier in the year when we pushed, you know, up here and then held these areas, then broke down through them, then they were resistance, and then they were resistance. Okay, then it held it for quite a while, then came back through here, and then was resistance again as we're coming into this. So this area for quite a long time has been a really key you know, support / resistance area. And so we're right in there, and that's why I'm like, be careful. Every time you go up there, it's going to be so tempting to want to take a long side trade, but there's a huge risk you're going to get your head handed to you, and we saw that once again this morning. So it's really great to put all those things together. As we look at the bonds here, we're right there back at that original target that I had from you for you when we broke above. We pulled back and we launched off. This was the target. We hit it back over here. We've just hit it again now. So remember, the next stage, I'm looking to break above this resistance band, pull back, and then start to tape back off again. Then we've got our next targets up here above. You know, until I get that fresh buy side signal, I have no interest in the next fresh long. But if we just think about throughout the year, as I've been giving you those different levels, what we need to see over and over again with those, and then we hit the targets, hit, see it and then hit the targets, that's really great stuff for our bond traders alone, even from a distance. And so as we go ahead and look at the stock index futures, today we went ahead, we were looking for a pull down, but you recall what I said was, if we actually pull down early and then we start to take back off, I'll be looking for long side trades, okay? And so that's exactly what I focused on today, both the money that I made in the live trading room and my focus beyond for the rest of the day. I was focusing on long side trades here. When the sell doesn't sell, maybe it's time to buy. So going into tomorrow, I'm still going to be looking at that. I'm going to be more or less kind of doing what I did today with a slight twist. So we're right at some key resistance and just above some key resistance on some of these key markets that we're taking a look at, with the exception of the NASDAQ. And so what I want to see is, can these other three markets now start getting through this resistance and have like a push up, and all of a sudden all the shorts from down here get squeezed in a violent rage to the upside. Otherwise, what I want to see is, can we break back down below these speed lines here and start to drop down? So I'm going to be kind of really like Switzerland. I'm going to be kind of, open-minded and really just kind of focused what the market's going to tell me again tomorrow. And like I said, in many ways, I'd actually like to see the short squeeze at this point, because that would be more violent and more impressive. At first, it's going to take a little bit of energy to try to get through these rising speed lines, and that we're in what we call the kill zone here. So I'd really like to decisively break out of here. That's going to be a little bit harder to do to the downside, so that's why I'd actually like to see the upside. And that goes for things such as like the DAX as well. Same thing as with the DAX as we take a look at this. So what I'd like to do is get down below today's inventory retracement bar, which gets us back down below the speed lines for a short. Otherwise, I'd like to get above today's high for continued movement to the upside here. So that's pretty much how I'm going to be taking a look at this tomorrow, to see if we can get another day of the sells don't sell. Tomorrow should be more impressive. Typically in a situation like that, based on today's kind of setup bar, tomorrow would be more impressive if it's the sells aren't going to sell. So I'd like to see that actually happen to close out the week with a bang. Otherwise, break down below, like I said, the inventory retracement bars and the speedline supports, opening up a real floodgate to the downside. So what I don't want to do is be too aggressive in this area right here. Basically, within the range of today, I don't want to be real aggressive. And that goes for whether we're talking about the stock index futures or the U.S. or like European, such as the DAX and so on and so forth. I don't want to be too aggressive within this area to this area right here. I want to be focusing more aggressive long above the high of today, more aggressive short below the low of today, and you can see why as it relates to some of these key areas as well. But that whole strategy of walking in the door this morning, and I said to you guys, if you recall from last night's videos, that if the market went in and sold off first and then started to push up, I'd be looking for the long side trades, and we followed through with that going into this morning's session. So great stuff, whether you're looking at gold and its behavior, whether you're looking at crude oil and its trading breakout today right below those levels I identified for you. Everything's really coming together here, setting up for, as we've talked about, a great second half of the year and so much more to come. Not to mention our baby girl that's going to be here Monday. So a lot of excitement. Hopefully I'm going to see a whole bunch of you here at this event, for Tony that we're doing here this weekend, and I will look forward to seeing everybody else. Otherwise, hopefully my regular videos this weekend as well. Okay, one more time before I'm going to turn it over to others for the week. All right, so thanks everybody. Have a wonderful evening, great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Take care everyone. Bye bye.